so keep that in mind.
Yeah, hey, forget I asked. That'll definitely do.
Ew. Join the Discord.
It was the least fun I've ever had playing this game.
A small but vibrant and extremely humble community.
No, I've seen the sleeves, but I'm like, you said you're suiting up, and then you put your sleeve on. Thank you for saying that.
Because I'm a demon on the keys.
Next thing I know, we're both dead. I immediately left the lobby.
In Vietnam.
What are they playing for? Are they playing to win?
Stay humble.
Stay humble.
We are live. Welcome to the Dropshot, a Call of Duty podcast, episode number 175.
Wow.
Almost to 200. My name is Casey, also known as Razinon. I am joined, as always, by my good friend Tanner. Tanner, that shirt is a little bigger than your normal shirts. Can you tell me what's going on with that?
Oh, it's huge. It's the baggiest shirt I've ever owned, yeah.
So you noticed that too.
Yeah.
You're aware that that shirt is just simply too large for
I bought
you.
it at the airport when we were leaving, and it was a large. It was a normal size. It was a large, which is what I usually buy, and it just is the biggest shirt I've ever seen. It's like a 2XL. Yeah, it's awful.
So then follow-up question, did Chris give you that shirt?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
I
Okay,
bought it
super
myself.
interesting. So it's just me. Got it. Okay, so welcome to the show. Today, we are going to be talking about Call of Duty, the video game. We've played the Haunting event, much to our dismay. And also, we have a couple things to talk about regarding Vanguard, sort of, a little bit. And more so, there's a fair amount to talk about with respect to RICOCHET, as TikTok would call it,
RICOCHET,
and that is pretty interesting stuff. Also, a little bit of patch notes and changes for Cold War, Warzone. We have a new gun in Warzone and in Cold War as well. So we're going to talk about those things. Also, not a ton to go over this week. And the reason for that, of course, is 15 days, 1 hour, 52 minutes, and 20 seconds. We're going to have Vanguard coming out. It's going to be Vanguard time. So why the fuck should they update this game? These next 2 weeks are the only time in which I and Activision will agree on anything. And it is that you can just stop trying now. You can stop trying with this game. You can stop updating it. I don't care. The ship has sailed. Cold War was a failed experiment. Warzone was also, it turns out, sort of. If it wasn't a failed experiment, how the mighty have fallen indeed. But hopefully with RICOCHET, we will see a return to form. But more on that in a moment. So first, a couple of announcements. Welcome to our new gold patron, Dave. And we love to see it. A normal human being has joined the Patreon.
Got it.
His name is Dave.
It's
and
my
he sounds
dad.
like a great guy, dude.
Could be my
Awesome.
dad.
It's not your dad. Your dad doesn't support you. But Dave, on the other hand, does support you. Okay.
Shout out to Dave,
does
yeah.
support you. Shout out to Dave, friend of the pod, and a new gold patron. Dave, welcome aboard, bud. And thanks, dude.
Is your
Thank
dad
you
an
very
annual
much.
Damascus?
Mine? No.
Yeah. Oh,
No, I don't know if he knows what Patreon is.
got it.
So Dave, you're great, awesome, but Boosted STX is a better person than you. And welcome, Boosted STX. Worst name for sure, let's be clear. But he is a better person. Why? Because he's upgraded from gold to fucking platinum patron, dude. Let's absolutely go, buddy. I hate your name, but thanks, King. And welcome aboard. Enjoy that 5th bonus ep every month. Brother, very kind of you and much appreciated. And another fake name coming up here. Boosted, you're awesome. Dave, you're great. But Propane is better than both of you, of course. Our new Damascus patron. And that is Propayne. hold on, Propayne. Propane.
Cringe.
Sort of. Gonna be honest, kind of like it. It's so dumb that it's a pun, and I like puns. I think puns are both fun and exciting and clever. And I don't understand, by the way, why people think puns are like stupid and corny, because they're not. They're clever. I love puns. I think a good pun is just a great little item to just sprinkle in, dude. Every time I see a pun, I smile.
Really?
And every time I see a Damascus patron, I smile as well. So this is a double whammy. Propane! Welcome aboard, dude. And thank you very much, brother. Also, we got a new annual gold patron going annually, saving an amount, a discount, 16%, I think. Which is fair. It's decent. It's pretty good, actually. It's the most we were allowed to do for annual, in fact. Was 16%. Whatever percent it is, that's where the most we were allowed to discount it. Welcome to our new annual gold patron, Nicole Riffick. Now, profile page a bit blurry. Name, I don't get it. Nicole Horrific, like you're terrific, Nicole. Is that what we're going for? Change it, obviously, and of course, right? But hey, young lady, or not, I don't really know what the name is. Maybe it means something else entirely. Hey, young person, welcome aboard, dude, and much appreciated. Thank you very much. Very kind of you, and just an awesome thing to do. But not as awesome as another scammed boomer. Change it. Our annual Damascus, new annual Damascus patron, dude. Holy shit, man. All one word, all lowercase, another scammed boomer.
Wow. Did Slivo make a second account?
It's possible, yeah. We've got a lot of scammed boomers here, so we've got another one, as it were. So another scammed boomer, whoever the fuck you are, welcome to the brigade, the company of scammed boomers. As you said, you are another one. For real, very much appreciated, dude. Welcome aboard. Enjoy all those fucking items you're going to get. We have a little bit more on that in a second. But to all of you guys, for real, thank you very much. We love you. We appreciate the support. Patreon.com/thedropshot. Best way to support the show. We offer bonus episodes, gameplay breakdowns, and more. And again, we'll have a little more to say on that. If you're thinking of joining the Patreon, it's an excellent... Let me put it this way. Hey, let me put it this way. It's an excellent time, dude. It's an excellent time to consider supporting the program. Because we got a lot of fun and exciting activities brewing. Cooking up, dude. Cooking the fuck up. And MP, we will, of course, edit that out. Now... couple announcements before we get started here. Our latest Patreon episode, that was the zombies one, right, Tanner?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about
we're
zombies.
Zombies pros, yeah.
Well, we're zombies professionals, and it's that simple. So we did our last Patreon episode on zombies. It was like half a review of what we've gotten so far in Cold War, or what we had gotten for Season 6, by the way. Holy shit. It was a review, and I'll edit all of that out, of zombies in Season 6 of Cold War, and also talking about how zombies will look in Vanguard when that comes out. Because like 2 days before we recorded that episode, there was a Call of Duty blog post on this topic that no one had read.
Apparently, yeah.
Which was very strange. So we went through that and then dispelled a lot of rumors for the better, I would say, and just kind of talked about how that's going to look. And something I had said in that episode is like, I didn't expect to ever be talking about zombies ever on this podcast. I didn't give a shit about it when we started it. But like Cold War Zombies was so fun that I'm actually like a convert. And I'm getting old and it's just easier. So maybe that's part of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think it was more Cold War was bad, so that zombies seemed more fun. Because if Cold War multiplayer was genuinely always so enjoyable and we were still playing it, we probably would have never even ventured into zombies at all, really.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. But Zombies was also really good in its own right, I would say.
Before Cold War came out last year, I remember us talking about on the pod, and you were like, "Oh, I will never play Zombies ever."
I know.
And it ended up being pretty fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it did.
Maybe we'll do it this Friday again because the new event going on right now. We should fuck around and play it again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what we're doing. It's that simple.
Cool.
So, anyways, that's what we talked about in our last Patreon episode. We're recording the last 2 for the month tomorrow. And when we do that, we are going to have some details for the Patreon overhaul that we're considering. We recently, very recently, came up with a couple new ideas that we have not alluded to yet because we haven't recorded an episode since we had conceived of them. And we are very anxious to share that with you guys and get your thoughts before we go forward with anything. But our schematic for how this is going to look, the overhaul that is going to be coming, looks very solid right now. I think we've landed in a pretty fucking good spot. In my opinion, it's like pretty much finalized, but we're gonna put the details by you guys first and see what kind of feedback we get before we 100% do it. We will have more details on that in the next Patreon episode. And then we will share it with the rest of you listening on normal episodes later than that. So very excited for those changes. And if you're curious about the Patreon overhaul, listen to the next Patreon episode because we'll talk about it there. What are you, how excited are you about this overhaul? Have you thought more about anything? Have you slept on it, as they say?
No, I didn't think about a goddamn thing. No.
Man.
I think where we left off last time is pretty good. I think people will like it a lot. It will be a little different for sure. I mean, I feel like it's almost like going back to our roots a little bit more. Would you say? Maybe going back to our roots.
A little bit.
What are your thoughts on that? Yeah, maybe.
A little bit. It's a little spoilerino, but a little
that
bit.
Doesn't tell anyone anything.
Sure.
They don't know. They're dumb. If they're listening to this, they're probably dumb, so they won't know what that means.
Yeah, of course they are. It's a prerequisite.
Yeah, you're just dumb. But yeah, I think it's good. We probably will finalize it, but we had originally said like it'll probably be done by the time Vanguard comes out. I'm not sure if that's still going to be true, but probably next time, sometime next month.
Yeah.
Once the merch is live, which will 100% be next month, I will tell you that with certainty. In the first half of the month, I guarantee it. The first half of the month, our merch will be live. Once we settle on an exact date, we'll tell you guys. I could put it live right now. You want me to switch it to live, dude? I could. There's really nothing else to do. I could.
You haven't even showed us what the fucking mugs or glasses look like.
They don't.
You're holding them hostage.
Well, they can become a patron if they want to see. We showed them on there.
Did we?
Fuck the regular listeners. Yes, we did.
We did not show it
yes,
on Patreon.
We did. Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Which episode?
The one before zombies. The one before zombies.
We
showed all of it.
Zombies.
We showed all of it. I literally held it up and we talked about all of it.
Okay.
I held them up to the camera. I showed the items. Yeah. I was even wearing the shirt.
Yeah, you're right.
We had it all.
Right, yeah. Okay. Well,
I mean, if you're not a patron, go fuck yourself. It's really that simple, right?
Well, that is of course true. Yeah. But anyways.
Yeah.
We'll have more details on that coming up very soon. So as I was saying at the beginning, if you're considering becoming a patron, now's a good time. We're going to have a lot of new shit in the works, and we're very excited for it. And if you do join, by the way, you get access to all the shit we've ever done. So you'd get like 65 bonus episodes.
56.
Right. Well, I'm counting things that are not numbered as well, because there's some other things in there.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, just something to keep in mind. But anyways, that's that. Also, the last podcast was up late. That was not on purpose. I uploaded it. It said it was done. And then a day later, people are telling me, where's the podcast? And it turns out it wasn't done. Smile. So now it's up, obviously.
Dog shit host.
Sorry about that. That was not intentional. Shouldn't happen again. We've revised the system. I'm not going to go into details. It's not interesting, but that shouldn't happen again. At least not anytime soon. So, and then last announcement, Vanguard comes out in 15 fucking days, dude.
Does it? Nice.
2 weeks basically away. Basically 2 weeks till fucking Vanguard comes out. Didn't seem that soon, and I'm glad we have the counter. Because it really puts it into perspective when you see 15 days. Real fucking soon, dude. Now is when some of you guys might be thinking about putting in paid time off requests. Okay. Now let me be clear, and we've said this before, and we will of course say it again. You can't just take an unlimited number of days off of work. Unless you work at hey, send me a job application if you do just get unlimited days off. But most of us probably don't, right? So you might be considering, let's say you work Mondays through Fridays. And Vanguard comes out on Thursday evening, 9 p.m. We'll get into it. You might be considering taking off Friday the 5th off of work. Don't do that. Because you will spend your relaxing day off screaming at your console and or computer while you're sitting in a BattleNet queue. And then when you get into the queue, finally, after a 2-hour wait, you will dev error, your console will explode, etc. Everything that can go wrong will.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be a fucking disaster. More than Cold War, by the way, because people are looking forward to Vanguard way more than they were Cold War. So the server load's going to be even higher. It's going to be just a fucking mess. Do not take Friday off of work. Go to work content, smiling, knowing you're saving PTO, and even though you're not playing Vanguard, no one fucking else is either. Trust me, it's going to be a disaster of biblical proportions.
Cold War launch wasn't bad.
Game.
No, Cold War launch wasn't bad. MW launch, it took us over 2 hours to get into the game from when it launched. Cold War, you got in pretty quickly. I mean, I crashed nonstop for the first week, but everyone else was playing it like right away, shockingly.
Yeah. No, that's sort of, yeah.
Oh, I won't be able to play more than 10 minutes at a time. I'll crash, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The dev errors,
buy a console.
Yeah, realistically, some people would be able to get in right away. It's going to be a combination of long queue times, shitty servers, and dev errors. So it's possible that you get neither a long queue nor a dev error, but also good luck with that. Some people will. Not worth taking the day off, though. Take off Monday. Take off Monday. By Monday, the 8th, everything should be pretty good to go. The queue times will be fine by Monday. The dev errors may not be fine by Monday. They probably won't. But at least you won't have to contend with the queue times. So you'll have one boss to defeat instead of two. I would recommend that, though. Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that whole fucking week. Fuck it, dude. Take all those off. But the Friday is simply not worth it. No. And you can, like, on Friday before you go to work, launch BattleNet or launch your console, start the download. You could probably pre-download before this anyway.
We'll probably get preload like Monday or Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, anyway, whatever. Don't take that day off. Trust me. And if you do, I want you to tell me about your experience so I can laugh at you. There you go. We will, of course, try, by the way, streaming at 9 p.m. on Thursday night, and it will be a mistake. So I'm just letting you guys know. I'm not taking this advice because I'm an idiot, but you should because you guys are smarter than we are.
Are we going to pull an all-nighter? All-night stream?
I have a separate question for you, Tanner. How many more times are you going to disingenuously ask me that question? Let's talk about it.
Do we have any more announcements?
Hey, I'd like to announce that you will never pull an all-nighter again in your old ass, stupid fucking life, dude. Play the fucking jingle. Here it is, dude. Play the goddamn jingle.
Mill Dog, thanks for the tier 1 for 14 absolute months. Millie boy, let's go. And a gifted sub to T-Hypes. Mill Dog, thank you very much. King, appreciate you, buddy. MP controller award, yeah. I'm pulling an all-nighter, so yeah. You can deal with it. You know what else I'm gonna use?
Cocaine?
I'll show you right now. I'm not using cocaine, I'm not an addict, but let me show you. Let me show you what I'm gonna be using.
Put yourself on the big screen,
Let me show you what I'm gonna be using when I play the all-nighter. You see these things right here? These are training chopsticks. You know what I'm gonna use these for?
Holy shit, man.
I'm gonna get some double XP Doritos, right? Maybe this can of Coke here. Know what I'm gonna do? See? Take these right here. These are tongs.
You're fucking disgusting, dude.
I'm gonna grab it. Oh fuck. I'm gonna grab it. It won't grab it because it's a can. And you pick it up and you eat with it. So you don't have to touch your hand on your mouse. Like this. So you keep your hands nice and clean. And you can eat with this.
So instead, you're going to pick up Doritos and then drop them all over your mouse and get it dirty that way instead of on your hands. Is that what I'm being told?
I will gently pick them up.
Sure, dude. Hey, we'll see.
$4.98 Amazon.com. Training chopsticks, they were called.
Do you not know how to use actual chopsticks?
I can, but it's too much work for me. My skin's white, dude. I can't do that very well. It's difficult.
Just don't look easier to use. That's all I'm saying. They're just
how is it not easier?
Chopsticks.
Yeah, so you don't have to do like the dumb shit with your finger where you have to like actually pick it up. It's kind of hard. These are easy to use.
Huh.
$4.98. Steal the century right there.
I have extreme finger dexterity that I have no problem with.
When do you ever use chopsticks?
I used to, dude. Ask Gabe. We used to go to sushi all the time.
Gabe still goes to sushi all the time. He's an addict, yeah. Yeah. Sushi's disgusting, but we'll move on.
Okay. We will, of course, move on, yeah. So, all right, welcome to the show. We've got some items to talk about. Mainly Ricochet, honestly, but there were a couple changes, and the Haunting event we're going to kind of get into right now. So, first, playlist updates. This is going to be for the week of October 21st. By the time you're listening to this, these will be live. So it's going to be the 21st, 10 a.m. Pacific time. BR, solos, trios, quads. If you want to play duos, get fucked. You have to play Iron Trials, cringe.
Don't play duos, get more friends.
Yeah, or just duo, trio. The Haunting event will still be up, which we'll get into. Rebirth Island, scopes and scatterguns, quads, resurgence, trios. Don't care. And then Tanner wrote another note here, which is a good idea. We stopped mentioning double XP because it's every weekend. But from October 22nd to the 25th, it is double weapon XP. And we recommend that you guys level the STG 44 and the M1 Garand so that when Vanguard comes out, you'll have 2 weapons max level. Or at least start working on it. Because you can level those weapons right now in Warzone and all of Warzone's modes. Like Payload would be a really good one to level them on because everyone's fucking dog shit on that mode. Clash as well.
Clash leaves tomorrow.
Dog shit players. So Payload for sure, or whatever dumb mode there will be instead. Well, Plunder.
Nothing apparently. I don't even think we get Plunder either.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it looks that
we
way,
don't have any of that. So I guess get fucked. Actually, I don't know the best way to do this. Then you may have to go play. No, you can't play Cold War multiplayer because the guns aren't in there.
You could do the Haunting event actually because you do respawn with your equipment. So if you're able to get a loadout,
or you can do
when you respawn as a ghost, you'll have your shit back.
That's true. Another good way to level up is to play Rebirth and grab supply run contracts because they're always like 100 meters away. You get a bunch of XP for it. You can keep stacking those. It's Rebirth. It's a small map. It's easy to do. So that's a good way to level up your guns or just play Rebirth or something. You'll get more kills that way with double weapon XP. This weekend, you'll already obviously be getting more XP, so you'll get it max quicker. But the guns don't max out till they're in like, the levels are like in their 60s, I believe. I don't have either of them maxed yet. I'm still working on it, but now's the time to do it.
Yeah, it's a good idea for sure. I don't know if it's like strictly necessary Because I don't know if you're grinding toward camos at this time.
No. It's just leveling up the gun.
But that's still good because then when you use the STG for the first time in Vanguard, if it is max level, you can get one headshot kill and unlock like 7 camos at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is also pretty nice. So it could expedite your process if you're into that sort of thing. But that's a good use of the XP for sure. All right, now in the patch notes, changes already in effect. First, Cold War. There was a patch yesterday for Cold War. It was essentially adding all of this Halloween shit. So there's like Nuketown Halloween, like a cute little Halloween skin for Nuketown. Scream Deathmatch, Infected is in. Nuketown Halloween Prop Hunt. Scare packages instead of care packages, I guess. And then there's a multiplayer event with the challenges and the rewards. The way this works is, so the LAPA, the new SMG, which we'll talk about in a second, it just like every other gun, you can unlock it 3 ways in Warzone, or do a different thing in Cold War multiplayer, or do a different thing in Cold War zombies. So those are in as well. And then some other dumb shit. I mean, none of this is really serious. It's kind of all just adding the Halloween stuff in. Tanner and I have not played any of this Halloween stuff. However, we will be doing that on Friday, looking at the Halloween zombies thing. That seems apropos, so we'll be doing that.
Yeah, it sounds fun.
That does sound actually fun. And this time we kind of know the new map now, too.
Yeah.
And we've got some Ethereum crystals just absolutely fucking spent.
Yeah.
So we're ready to fuck, dude.
Yeah, hey, maybe Jake can play with us, too, instead of Cope, who uses a common PPSH and doesn't pack a punch at once during the entire game. Maybe we can do that, too. Fuck you,
Cope's
Cope.
heart simply wasn't in it. Cope
think?
was one of the zombies, really. I mean, just
Yeah,
no
he
heart,
was. Yeah,
no soul. He was just
he
a
was just.
zombie
Well, he was sitting in that
traitor.
glitch spot, just spraying down with that PPSH for an hour
Yep.
straight. I don't think
Doing
he ever
one
said a
damage per
word.
bullet.
I don't think he
Yeah.
ever said a word. Yeah, he fired triple the amount of bullets as us and got 1,000 less kills than you. I think. I mean, it was
Yeah.
absurd. Fuck you, Cope. How about that?
Yeah, so yeah, Cope, enemy of the pod, of course. We might fuck around and try the Easter egg, actually. I want to do that boss fight.
If someone there has a brain and wants to tell us how to do it, yeah, I'm not going to research it and look up how to do it, though.
If I remember, I'll research it, because that sounds
Okay.
fun. Especially during the Halloween shit. That would be a lot of new shit going on. That'd be cool.
This new event, you get 1,000,000 ray guns. That's part of it, too. So you don't need to go for the wonder weapon as
Oh, really?
much. Yeah, we'll get into it a little bit more when we start talking about the event.
Okay.
Maybe we won't. Maybe we should talk about it here.
Yeah, I mean, because we're pretty
Yeah,
much
okay.
done. I mean, that's all
Yeah.
for Cold War. Go ahead.
So the new zombies, it's called jack-o'-lantern drops, and there's like pumpkin heads and shit. So regular zombies have pumpkin heads. You shoot them, you get like more salvage, I believe, for it, more XP or something like that. But also, there's a bunch. Zombies will drop a bunch of items, I guess. I was on Twitter and I saw a screenshot. And people are saying, like, dude, zombies is actually too easy right now, but it's also, like, this is very, very fun right now. And it was a screenshot of literally about 7 ray guns in a 10-foot circle from who they had killed that, like, dropped items for them.
Whoa.
So it's super easy to get those right now. So that would definitely make it more fun, too. Like, somebody said, like, everyone on your squad has a ray gun by, like, level 5 or something.
Holy shit.
So that maybe that's almost too easy, but also it'd be fun because then we can actually work towards a higher level and like know that you're at a higher level. There's also a zombies like Easter egg event going on right now where you do some Easter egg and you get every single perk. Every single perk when you complete this. There's videos out there of that, so maybe we can look that up too. But yeah, we'll probably end up doing a zombie stream. That would be fun.
If it's that much easier, we definitely should do the Easter egg.
Yeah.
Because it would make the Easter egg super easy to do.
Yeah, so the jack-o'-lantern item drop for a chance to pick up wonder weapons. Okay, so we can even get the new wonder weapon.
Nice.
Ammo mods, high-level armor, etc. Scare packages, high-value rewards that spawn every 5 rounds. Oh, that's an outbreak. Yeah, and then the pumpkin heads and regular zombies just give you more essence. So that's good to have, too. So yeah,
of course.
This sounds very fun right now. We should play it.
Yes, indeed. Indeed it does. And then I guess that leads us to talk about the Haunting event in Warzone. So, this is, I mean, this event is just, it is symbolic, actually. It is emblematic of everything that is wrong with Call of Duty in the year 2021. And here's why. All the new event is last year's event was called something. Was it called the Haunting? No.
It was called the Haunting, yeah.
It was called the Haunting. Cool.
Or Haunted or something. I don't know.
Whatever the fuck it was. Last year's event was like really fun and well done and innovative and new and fresh and cool. And everyone enjoyed it, ourselves included. So we, naively, went into this year's event thinking, oh, this is going to be really fun and exciting and all that shit. However, what did they do? Well, first, they reskinned every single thing about the last event for this event. So it's still like you queue in, it's dark out. When you die, you respawn as a zombie/ghost. You have to collect 3 syringes/souls, and then you come back as a person. The win condition is still the same. The abilities you get as a ghost, exactly the same as the ones you got last year as a zombie. It's all almost the same thing. You teleport instead of throw a gas grenade. Who cares? It's all the same shit. That's not actually that big of a deal to me. And if they left it at that, I would say, cool. This was fun like it was last year. It was a little less fun because it wasn't new anymore, but I still had a good time. That's what I wish I were saying right now. But and this is the symbolic part. This is the symbolic part. What did they do? They added more things on that they didn't need to, and adding all of the extra shit just made it far worse.
Far worse.
And that's just the story of Call of Duty lately. We talked about Warzone a couple episodes ago and made the same point. Someone asked us in a Q&A episode, what would you add to Warzone to make it better? And I answered, fucking nothing, because there's too much there. That's the problem. It's not that Warzone lacks anything. It's that it has excess. Far excess. Remove stopping power. Remove dead silence. Add audio. That would be cool. But there are all kinds of things that need to be subtracted, not added to the game. And the more shit you add, the worse it gets. Oh, let's add in helicopters that shoot fucking 50 cal mounted belt-fed light machine guns. Was that good for the game? No. In fact, it wasn't. They didn't even work. If they did work, they also wouldn't have been good for the game. So stop adding shit when you should be subtracting things instead. And what did they do with this new Haunting event? They added a fear meter. Oh, that's neat. That's cute. What is a fear meter? Hey, dude, let me tell you all about it. If you're doing anything ever, you get more and more afraid as the match goes on. Just anything. Anything and everything, you'll just get more scared. Okay, fine. Well, then what happens? Okay, well, there's a lot of dumb shit that happens. Auditory fucking weird shit. One fun and exciting little surprise is that your field of view goes to like a PlayStation 2, so you see like a very narrow band in front of you. But by far, and there's a lot of shit, jump scares, awesome. But the worst one by far, and I say one, but it's really 8 different types of the same thing, which are, oops, your entire screen is filled with just trash. So one of them is a gold skull, literally takes up the center 65% of your screen. So you cannot see anything in front of you. Literally nothing. I'm not joking. And it lasts for maybe 5 seconds. Time to kill in Warzone, 700 milliseconds, by the way. There's another one that's the same shit, but a blue skull. Cool. There's another one that is a blue screen, which is literally 100% of your screen and you can't see. And there are even more than that I didn't get to see. Thankfully. And here's the kicker, dude. When you're taking damage, your fear goes up dramatically, right? Dramatically. So guess when you will most likely be totally unable to see anything on your screen? At the worst possible time ever, which is when you're getting your ass fucked by a gun. And now the mode is devoid of fun. It's ruined. See ya. Oh, you took a cute, festive, fun little event and you pissed and shitted all over it, dude. It is
Farted
terrible.
too, yeah.
It is terrible. Tanner and I were going to do a full stream of the Haunting event. We made it through 3 games, and I wanted to quit in the middle of the 3rd. It was just that unfun and trash. And also, you only start with 100 people in trios. So it starts super fucking slow because there's so few people. And then when you finally do see someone, you'll see them before you get shot, and then you won't see them anymore because you'll shit your pants in game, and then you'll get a giant gold skull laughing in your face, not allowing you to see anyone anymore, and then you're dead and smile. What were your thoughts on the event, Tanner?
You pretty much summed it up. So yeah, you would get these random things all over your screen. So like there will be voice lines periodically, like creepy laughs and stuff. That's very neat to me. That's neat, cool, and fun. I'm totally okay with that. That's cute. But when it gets to the point where, yeah, there's like an error message that comes up on my screen and literally fills up your entire screen for 5 seconds, and the audio cue is louder than 5 precision airstrikes landing on top of you, what's the fun in that? I don't care if this is an LTM. There's no fun in that. They're doing too much. They're trying to get too crazy. They're trying to get too active. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable for anyone. There is no way even the most casual Warzone player finds that fun. No one's going to like not being able to see literally anything. It fills up your entire screen. You don't even see your gun or your reticle. Nothing. Not a great idea. Don't know what the fuck they were thinking. So it's like, yeah, they took the Haunting event from last year, which was fun. It's probably also, looking back, fun because it was a first time thing. If it was still okay this year, we probably would have just said, it's whatever. It was just like last year. But this year, they just did entirely too much. They partnered up with the new Scream movie, so that's why they have a bunch of this shit in there too, I think. It'll probably have more ties to that. That movie comes out in like the beginning of next year or something, and they partnered up, so that's why it's even worse. Playing as a ghost is awful. Not enjoyable, unplayable. There's not enough players, so there's only 100 players. It flows very, very slow. I mean, you can loot for the first 15 minutes and not see another team if you land somewhere that's like not super hot. Like we landed farm or lumber, didn't see a team for what, 7 minutes?
7 minutes, yeah.
It was just nothing. Very boring. By the time we were ready to like move into downtown and everything, there was literally, I think, 54 people left or something like that. 54 players. There were some ghosts, like 20 of them or something. But in terms of players, half the player base was gone by that time. It's just so not exciting, not fun, not intense like it should be. Something like this should be like very intense. That's what I remember the event from last time being. Yeah, you were surrounded in zombies shooting. Oh, holy fuck, dude. Oh my God. There's some over here. But this is just like, oh, there's a ghost. Let me shoot it real quick. So yeah, when you play as a ghost, you can respawn by finding 3 souls, which are dead players. And it was pretty easy to find those because you could get them if they were way out in the gas and you didn't take damage. Well, surprise, surprise, they patched it today so that the souls that are too far out in the gas have been removed. So now it's
that's even worse.
So now it's even worse to play as a ghost. As if it wasn't already bad enough, now it's worse. If you get a kill with a ghost, send a screenshot and send it to me, because I sure as fuck can't do that. I mean,
one
exactly, who got finishing moved as a ghost? Oh, that was L, right? Wasn't it? We were playing at L, yeah. He got finishing moved by a ghost because he was buying me back from a buy station, which is hilarious. I don't think I hit a player once as a ghost. And even if you do, it takes, I think, 4 swings maybe to down them and then another 2 or 3 to full kill them. There's no way you can kill someone if they have a full team. They have to be the worst player in the world It's not easy to do.
Yeah, the guy I killed was fucking lost.
Oh, he was. Yeah,
He like didn't even start.
He thought he
shooting
was
me
on
till, like
Rebirth.
my third swing. Yeah, and he still almost killed me because it takes so long. So yeah, the event's just it's terrible.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
So like playing as a zombie last year was like actually kind of enjoyable. Like you wanted to be a zombie. It was fun and different. This year it's like, oh, I'm a ghost. I may as well just fucking die and hope my teammate can get enough money and buy me back. Because it's dreadful to play as a ghost. There's nothing fun about it. They need to be better. The ghosts need to be buffed a lot, and it's just not fun to play as them. So yeah, the event in my eyes, massive fail. I expected a lot more, which is very annoying. We were going to do a full Saturday episode about this topic. Spoiler alert, that's not fucking happening.
Yep.
And I'll probably
not.
I'll honestly probably not play it anymore. Maybe I'll give it another shot since they did the patch today, but there weren't enough changes to actually want to actually play it again, really.
What other changes were there to that event?
So ghosts can now drop ammo when killed. Souls will be removed when they're too far out in the gas. Passive fear gain has been reduced. Probably won't make a massive difference. That's probably the biggest difference out of all these. Increased fear reduction when killing ghosts and humans. Again, probably won't change it a whole lot. Because even if your fear level is only at like halfway, you're still getting shit on your screen. It almost doesn't matter. But it's when your fear meter is maxed out, then you're getting stuff on your screen. I'm not kidding, about every 30 seconds, every 20 seconds. It's like, it's actually unplayable is what it is when your fear is maxed out.
And when you're in a gunfight, that's when your fear gets maxed because you're getting fucking shot, and that makes you scared. Which makes sense.
Yep, so then you can't see anything because there's shit all over your screen.
At the only time where I would care to see things. Yeah, it's so stupid.
So bad event. We played 3 rounds of it. Lasted about 50 minutes. I was done by the end of the first game, which we won. The very first round we won. It was okay. And then I was like, okay, I really don't think I need to play that again. We played 2 more times just because. And I was like, well, I'm done. I don't want to play this anymore. Do you? And Raz is like, yeah, I'm done with it. So then we went and played normal trios and had a lot more fun.
In the middle of the third match, one of us was like, okay, well, I'm done after this with this shit mode out. And then the other one was like,
that was when I died pretty early and I was a ghost. I'm like, all right, well, I'm over this week. I'm like, I would rather go play regular trios. And you're like, yeah, I'm over this too. And then we had fun in regular trios for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And then trios was fine. Yeah. It's just, and this, by the way, I will, every single time I can make this point, I will. Here is more evidence that these devs don't play their own game. I mean, play this once and then get shot and then you can't see anything and you'd say, oh, okay, well, we have to change this. Like literally one game, and I knew. And as a developer, I could have played one game once and been like, oh, okay, well, this is a mess. The only time I'm getting a blue screen hallucination is at the only time when I absolutely have to be able to see things. Okay, well, we just have to change this just first thing.
Yeah.
We could do all the other shit later, but first we have to do this, and that just never happened. Why? Because these devs don't play their own game. So if you needed more evidence, there's exhibit Z to the 23rd power of reasons, evidence that these devs don't play their own fucking game.
Yeah.
Because there's no way you would allow this to happen if you ever played it once at any time ever. So cool, pissed and shitted all over your own event.
Yeah, that
Awesome,
sucks.
man.
I was really looking forward to that event.
I know,
too,
I was too, dude.
We were excited about it for like weeks. Like, oh, the Haunting's coming, and then literally 1 hour and we were done with it.
Just a fucking
And that seems to be
disaster.
the general consensus of this. Not a whole lot of people playing it, and everything I've heard pretty much has been complaints about it. So
yes, indeed. If you guys follow me on Twitter, which you of course should, twitter.com/Razinon, I retweeted Iceman Isaac, who tweeted a clip, and it just sums up my experience perfectly of this fucking event. He's close to the end. He's a human being in game. He's in a gunfight. He gets the gold skull, takes up 100% of his screen, and by the time it's done, he's dead. And then he just thumbs ups the camera and smiles, and that's the end of the clip. And that's it. And that's the event. Right there. That sums it up more than words could. So
Yeah.
take a look. Twitter.
Oh yeah, the jump scares are back, but so the jump scares from opening a chest don't happen nearly as often. I think I was the only one to get one, wasn't I?
Yeah, I didn't get one. Yeah.
And
I
it
think you
was
were.
pretty fucking scary the first time because I didn't expect it. Because we were getting jump scares no matter what. So I'm like, I almost thought there just wasn't them anymore. But it was louder and even more annoying than last year, I believe. Genuinely freaked me out the first time. I was like, holy fuck, dude.
Shitted in his pants. Yeah.
I gotta,
really funny.
I gotta check my chair. I think I got some shart all over it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't great. But then it's like, I think that was fine. Like just leave it at that. Tell me I'm gonna get jump scared from chests. So it's like I don't want to open them. That was more fun last year than being in the middle of a gunfight and having an error menu take up my entire screen and not be able to see my reticle.
So stupid, dude.
Thank you, Raven. Thank you, Activision. Whoever else was in charge of this. Yeah, you guys absolutely never played this yourself. If so, this would have never been released. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. And you made a good point too, by the way, which is that this isn't fun for anyone, including casuals.
No.
You could be the most festive of casuals ever, but like you're still playing a first-person shooter game. You have to at least be able to attempt to see other people.
Yeah.
Like this literally doesn't matter who you are. This isn't fun.
Yeah.
Just not being able to see. It's so stupid.
I think the event could be a lot better with like literally just like two simple changes. One, reduce the amount of the on-screen shit you get. I mean, you get flies buzzing all over your screen. You get blood dripping down it. You get like one time I just got like random lines. Like it was like yellow or green lines. Like not even anything like scary or Halloween related. I was genuinely like, what is this supposed to be? Reduce all of that by actually 50+%. Make the ghost do more damage and be better overall, and the event would be so much more fun to play, and I would want to play it again.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, as soon as you die as a human,
increase the player count too.
Increase the player count. As soon as you die as a human, I just want to leave the lobby actually, because it's not fun to be a ghost.
Yeah. Yeah. You do come back if you come back as a ghost with all your shit. That's one thing they did that was good.
If you grab the souls, yeah, that is.
If you grab the souls,
I think you even come back with like all your ammo and stuff.
Yes, all your ammo, equipment, tactical, no perks, but pretty much everything else. So, something. All right, now Warzone patch notes. This happened 2 days ago. First up here, they added iron trials to private matches, and then they took them out. Smile. We'll get into that in a minute, but even though they're not in right now because they had to remove them for some reason, this is good because they will be back. And Iron Trials private matches is going to be very cool. Is it going to be cool for you as a listener who plays sometimes with your buddies from work? No, you're not going to give a shit. But if you watch any of these pro tournaments, this is you should be happy about this. Because a lot of the pros fucking love Iron Trials. And when these when these come to customs, so you can have an Iron Trials rule set, that's going to be a very fun viewing experience. I am very excited for one of these Warzone Pro custom lobbies that have the Iron Trials preset on, or rule set on. That's going to be fucking cool to watch, and I'm really excited. So it's not in right now, but it's going to be coming back soon, undoubtedly. And that's a good change. And people were wondering if that was going to happen, ourselves included. And it looks like it will. So that's really cool. That's really cool from a viewer perspective. Also, assault rifles, the grav, recoil decreased. That's the patch note. I tried the grav after this patch. Maybe it was decreased. Not by much, and also still not worth running at all. The Cold War AK has a faster time to kill than a grav. It has a faster reload. It has
much faster reload, yeah.
A much faster reload, by the way. The gravs is fucking awful. An equivalent amount of handling and way less recoil than a post-buff grav. So the grav is still completely worthless. Because the time to kill is too slow compared to alternatives, and the recoil is too high compared to alternatives.
Yeah.
So, for example, You talk about the EM2 versus the Cold War AK for like a long range AR in Warzone right now. There's a conversation. EM2 kills a bit faster, but it has a slower fire rate and more recoil. So then you have to decide, do I want less recoil and slower time to kill, or more recoil and a faster time to kill? And that's a decent argument. And you'll see players using EM2s and Cold War AKs in roughly equal proportion because they're both very good. They both have upsides and downsides. The Grav still has no upsides compared to a Cold War AK. There's literally nothing better about it compared to a Cold War AK. There might be something, but whatever it is does not make it worth using, even close. So this recoil decrease does not make it worth it. I gave it a try. I wanted to see if it would be. It isn't.
Yeah, you can.
Go ahead.
You can tell, like, even with the ground loot grav, that it's definitely a lot better. But yeah, it's basically in the category of usable now, I would say, versus before it was just completely unusable, not ever worth trying. But now it's usable, but there's still so many ARs that you would use before I chose that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Also,
yeah.
Of course, you know, when they did this recoil decrease, what else came out in the shop that same day? The Ghost Face bundle, which has the Grav blueprint in it. Shocking. It was buffed for that. It will get buffed again. I'm almost certain of it.
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty much every new gun, I think they want to have kind of like the front runner or one of the front runners, at least for a little bit, a short while. So I think this will get buffed a lot. I think it needs better reload and even less recoil now. Faster reload, lower recoil.
I want them... Yeah, that would work. I would also maybe like to see them keep the same amount of recoil, but have a way better time to kill. So have it be like similar to an EM2 TTK with the same amount of recoil so that you can do like a high risk, high reward gun.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But you could also, you know, just the thing with like, if they just decrease the recoil more, then it's just like, okay, we have Farah number 7 now. I don't know. But that's the problem with having too many fucking guns in this game.
Yeah,
They're all gonna have to be the
make
same.
them. There's like never been any other first-person shooter with this many guns. So of course they're eventually just going to all basically feel the same. They look a little different. And that's pretty much it. They look different and they sound different, and they're all just eventually going to feel the same. We're going to see that even more once Vanguard comes out. You're probably going to hear us say that so many times. Oh, STG feels like a Cold War AK, just reskinned. You know, this gun sounds or feels like an XM4, just reskinned. We're going to see that even more. So,
yeah, 100%. So cool, but whatever. Either way, Grav right now not worth using. Like Tanner said, it's usable. It's not bad. It's decent. It's a pretty good gun. But the thing is, if you could use an XM4 or a Cold War AK or an EM2, why use the Grav? There's no reason. But if you insist, it's fine. You can definitely do well with it. And if you're good, you'll do fine. But it's not terrible, but it's just not worth it. And then that's pretty much it. There were some bug fixes as well in this patch, but nothing super noteworthy there. All right. We also did get, as I alluded to, the LAPA LAPA SMG for Cold War and Warzone. When the event came out, we noticed this when we were looking at in Warzone, the Haunting button that shows you all the challenges that you can do in the Haunting. The reward for doing all of them is this new SMG. And so I was like, oh, cool, we should do this because we're going to be playing all day anyway. Might as well unlock the LAPA. Spoiler alert, we didn't do it. But luckily, there are 3 ways you can unlock it, just like every other fucking gun. I don't know if you guys knew this, actually. This perhaps isn't common knowledge, but when any of these new guns come out for Warzone / Cold War, you can unlock it in Warzone or in Cold War multiplayer or in Cold War Zombies. So I was watching a JGod video today. The video will be linked in the show notes on the LAPA, the stats and shit. And he was talking about how he unlocked it. And it's far easier. I think he said for every gun this is the case. The easiest way to unlock all these guns and do all these dumb challenges is in Outbreak Zombies.
Really?
So, yeah,
he was it has to be Outbreak. Ugh.
Well, I don't know if it doesn't have to be Outbreak. You can do it in regular Zombies.
Okay.
He was just saying Outbreak was the fastest and easiest way to unlock this new SMG because that set of challenges is the easiest of the 3. So if you have Cold War Zombies, you can unlock it that way, because to unlock it in Warzone, one of the things you have to do is get an assassination as a ghost. That will take you a while. Way more time than you should be spending trying to unlock this thing. So play Outbreak, number 1. And then he also went over all the stats. And for Warzone, it can be decent because like the neck multiplier is the best of every like SMG. Fire rate's like fine, whatever. But the stomach multiplier is like 30th percentile, pretty bad. So the overall TTK is like fine, but it's not great. Nothing about it is exceptional. It's not very good. And the stomach multiplier is bad. And for an SMG especially, I think that's really bad. So I would say overall, this is not worth using in Warzone, at least for now. And like Tanner was saying, I would not be surprised if they buff this down the road. So it would be worth leveling, but as of right now, it's not going to be a good Warzone SMG at all. And this is compounded by the fact that the iron sights are fucking dog shit on it. They're like a Groza. They're like the Groza iron sights. And but even worse, I would say. Super obstructive. Not good at all. So we'll have that video linked in the show notes if you guys want all the details on that. But I watched it. That's kind of my summary. Unlock it in Outbreak. Level it for sure, because it will get buffed probably, but don't use it right now in Warzone. It's simply not worth it. Have you heard anything about it?
Same thing, just that it's not very good in Warzone, and that's about it. And every single person I've seen using it so far, like all the big streamers and stuff, they're just running the blueprint of it from the shop because none of them have unlocked it. Yeah. So they're just all running that same build just so they can get their video. You know, they'll all have the LAPA, the new overpowered SMG in Warzone. Those will all be up tomorrow, and then you'll never see them running again, and they'll never have it unlocked, at least for a while until it gets buffed. So, I've heard nothing good about this, so, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to bother trying to unlock it. Unless it's, like, super easy and we're actually playing zombies on Friday, then maybe I'll attempt to.
Oh, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah.
Well, it depends what it is. I don't know what we have to do.
Yeah, I'll look into it. I'm sure it's not very hard, but we'll see. Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. So next, real quick, in case you guys didn't know, there is a new jump spot in the gulag. This has been known for probably a week or so. Thought we would talk about it right now. Tanner, are we able to show video on the broadcast this evening?
I could. I'll have to.
Let's pull it up.
Let me see here. Oh, now it paused you. Hold on.
So, for context, Charlie Intel tweeted this out. I think Iceman Isaac was the first one to talk about this. He made a video, and he makes like jump spot videos. So there's a new one in the gulag. It's good to know for 2 reasons. You can either use it yourself, or you can make sure to check that angle if they're using it. So if we play this video here, you can kind of see it's right off of spawn. You run to like this half wall, jump on top of it, and then you can actually just mantle on top of that like broken down shower, and you have a pretty much clear line of sight way farther back than you would, pretty much as if you were standing in the like side lane, but you're elevated, and they're not going to be able to shoot you nearly as easily because you have quite a bit of cover. I haven't seen anyone use this spot yet on me. I saw one person, but only because I saw his laser. because he had like the Gulag blueprint had the laser or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So I saw the laser pointing down. I got lucky and I killed him. But I haven't like used this myself or had it used against me besides that time. But it is good to know that, just to like check it real quick, because you can check it because they're so far up from pretty far away. Just make sure they're not there before you move on or whatever. Have you seen this?
I think Jake or something mentioned it when we were playing. He was like, "Have you seen that jump spot?" But that was the first I'd heard of it. I didn't really pay attention to it. But yeah, now after seeing the video of it, yeah, now I get it entirely. Yeah, you basically spawn in and then you jump on like the closest broken shower wall towards you or right in front of you. It probably only works though on like one of the versions of the Gulag or something.
Yeah,
I'm not
I think
entirely sure.
Yeah.
But it's worth checking for sure.
Yeah. So it's just good to know, even if you don't want to use it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So that is that. Okay. And that's pretty much it for patch notes. Everything else we've kind of discussed here. As we said, pretty light week. The Haunting was by far the biggest event of the week. And again, 15 days till Vanguard comes out. So now we're going to talk about news and upcoming changes. Tanner, what do we got here, buddy?
Yeah. So first of all, our timer on the screen, if you're here live or watching the video version of this, is absolutely spot on correct. Vanguard, there's a new launch trailer, came out a couple days ago. Nothing too exciting. Pretty much all the same type of clips we've seen. Again, it shows airplanes. Again, no one's talking about it. Again, we don't know how airplanes are going to work. But they make it seem like it's in every fucking multiplayer map, so I don't know what's going on with that. It's just a very short launch trailer, but it confirmed that the game will be launching digitally. North America, so for us, it comes out November 4th at 9 p.m. So, you know, they've been saying November 5th release day the whole time, but as of the last few Call of Duty releases, and quite a while actually, it comes out midnight on the 5th. So, November 4th, 9 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when the game releases. So for us, it will be 9 o'clock. That's when we will be playing it. So that is November 4th, of course. So we are only 15 days out. 15 days, 49 minutes.
Yep.
It is coming
super close, man.
Yep.
Holy shit. God, I'm excited.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, our timer's been right this entire time.
Oh, we're geniuses, yeah.
We're gods, really, yeah.
Can't wait.
Next here, Der Anfang. Here's a little tweet talking about it from Charlie Intel. Combines elements of classic round-based zombies maps with the objective-based gameplay mechanics introduced in Cold War, along with fresh innovations we've never seen before in zombies. So this is something that, excuse me, again, we were talking about on our last Patreon episode. We went into the Call of Duty blog, read that article where they were talking about these things in more detail. And prior to this blog, a lot of people were afraid that traditional go as far as you can round-based zombies was being removed. That does not appear to be the case at all. And all that really seems to be changing is that they're going to have zombies as we know it, plus more shit. And we talked about this in a lot more detail on that Patreon episode, patreon.com/thedropshot. But TLDR, we're very excited for it, and I think everything that is expected to happen is a good thing. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks interesting and different this year for sure. Sounds like they're catering more to casuals. They're getting like demons involved, a lot of other stuff. Little confusing, but once we play it, we'll kind of fully understand. There's like new elements too, besides like the perks and the field upgrades and stuff. So it's going to be very interesting. Kind of almost sounds like you kind of like make your own path in zombies. Like you choose what you want to do. You do the objectives. You choose which areas of the map you want to basically unlock and go fight in. So it's going to be exciting, but again, we don't know much from it yet. But I'm looking forward to this a lot, actually. Because after seeing how good it was in Cold War, I think it's only going up from here. So I'm excited.
Yeah, same, for sure. Yeah, and again, we talked more about this in our Patreon episode. I don't want to like rehash all of that. So patreon.com/Dropshot and get scammed. Now, next is I just had to add this to our notes. Charlie Intel retweeted someone, Sam Leichtamer, German, change it. And she said, "Hi, my team at Sledgehammer is looking for a community specialist to help us support Vanguard. You can learn more and apply." I don't know if I have anything more to say other than, can it get worse than Ashton Williams, enemy of the pod? Can there be a worse community manager? Will
No.
Sledgehammer fuck it up even worse?
Sledgehammer's been pretty good, just like Raven's been most of the time. I think iDub, actually looking at it now, iDub is the worst by far. Yeah. And as far as I know, she's still employed with them. So when we get COD 2022 in about a year from now, we'll come back to this and we'll see if she still has a job. Because as of now, her Twitter title still says she's the head of whatever the fuck her title's called. But yeah, Treyarch, Raven, Sledgehammer, they've all been a lot better recently. Even Activision. I mean, even, the main Call of Duty account has done a lot better job recently with their community managers. So it's just Infinity Ward at this point. That's dog shit, I think.
They are indeed dog shit.
Yeah.
For sure. God, I can't believe it. So anyways, as soon as I saw that tweet, I immediately thought of Ashton Williams and I literally started laughing. I was like, oh God, another community manager. So
yeah, she was not great at being a community manager, but what do I know?
Well, anyways, let's for sure move on. What do we got next?
All right, so here we're gonna get a little bit into Ricochet here, which is
Shout out to Ricochet.
which is of course the anti-cheat coming up. So this is a little Q&A I found here. This is from COD Tracker. So there are different things regarding the anti-cheat that I hadn't seen before, so this is a little interesting to me. Again, it's called Ricochet, not Ricochet, as people on TikTok like to call it. So there's a few things here. So first of all, trusted matchmaking pools. So it's kind of talking about like being shadow banned and stuff, how it currently works. Basically now, if the game thinks you're cheating, you get put in shadow banned lobbies with actual hackers. If you're too good at the game, you get punished. They say, no, we think you're cheating. We're going to put you in these lobbies with these cheaters till we can be sure. And then usually they unshadow ban you or they end up permanently banning your account. But this is like a week-long process. So they're kind of talking about it here. The goal of this system is to match cheaters against other cheaters while manual review processes are in progress, all while preventing legitimate players from being disrupted. We'll see if that holds true.
Yeah.
However, players who are determined to be trusted are not immune to anti-cheat by any means. There are currently no plans to disclose whether or not a player is currently determined to be trusted or not. That sounds like a whitelist type thing, doesn't it? I don't know. Sounds a little weird to me. But yeah, the fact that it's straight up saying the goal is to like match cheaters against other cheaters is already telling me like, shouldn't your anti-cheat be working good enough that these people will already be banned without having like shadow banned lobbies? Because if that's how it's going to be, then what's the difference from what we have now? That's how it works right now. They get shadow banned, right?
Yes.
Their goal is to match cheaters with cheaters. How about just ban them with your fucking kernel software that's supposed to detect the cheats, right?
Yeah, I agree. This is worrying. And when we talked about Ricochet initially, this is what I had said was either the program will work and that would eliminate the need for shadow bans, or it won't work as well as it should and we'll still have the shadow ban system, which is what they're doing.
Yeah,
so that's
not good to see.
That's not good at all. And I don't know what could possibly constitute a manual review process that will do better than your kernel level driver will.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either.
Like if you get past the kernel level driver and then you become a suspected cheater because you've been reported a lot, then what possible manual review process could be undergone that would be more well-informed than a kernel level driver would be?
I know.
I don't understand what that could possibly mean. So that's not good at all, because it just means it's not going to be worse for players who are currently being shadow banned, but it's not going to be better either. And that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because the list of people who get shadow banned who are not cheating, admittedly, is very small. Because you have to be really fucking good for that to be a problem for you. But those people do exist. The gaming definition, we talked about this 18 months ago. This is still going to be a problem for him, even though the fact that there's going to be a kernel level driver, that should exonerate him, because it'll say, okay, well, there is no cheating program. He's just really good. Let's remove him from these shadow ban lobbies. Let's remove shadow ban lobbies altogether. And then MP Control Ward, just today, informed us that he is banned permanently. And Activision sent him an email saying like, oh yeah, you're cheating or whatever. Even though they have no way of knowing that because there isn't a kernel level driver. And also he's not cheating. So this really sucks. It's really unfortunate for good players. However, for all of you listening, unless you've been shadow banned before, this isn't going to matter for you.
Yeah, actually.
So for the vast majority of players, like, the shadow ban shit doesn't really matter. But on principle, and for the people to whom it does matter, this does really suck. It seems to me like a kernel level driver should remove the need for shadow banning. But turns out they're still going to be doing it. I don't understand why. I can't imagine why that would be. But here's the Q&A. I mean, it's here to stay, unfortunately. So I don't know.
Yeah. Not great to see that. Next up here in the little Q&A, streamer mode of improvements. This has been a big one. This has been such a big one. So basically what streamer mode is in games is it hides your name on your screen for people watching live on Twitch, and it also changes your name or hides it in game for everyone else to see. So no one like knows what your actual name is. It's either like something random or it just hides it entirely and it says like in Tarkov, it just literally says streamer. That's all you can see. It says streamer on your screen, streamer on their stream when they kill you, stuff like that. So you just straight up don't know who it is. So that's been a big discussion. A lot of pros actually, to try to reduce being stream sniped, they change their names to like user and then a bunch of numbers. So if you ever see some random player, you get killed to them, their name is user 84679321, and they're cracked out of their mind. It's probably a streamer they made a new account, or I mean, they changed their name so that not everyone knows what their name is. They don't get stream sniped as often. So that's been a big thing. They've been asking for that for a long time. So we are getting streamer mode improvements. They put this in with the anti-cheat, which is kind of funny to me. It's not an anti-cheat thing at all, but
yeah, that is
sure.
Weird, right?
So basically, just going to be more ways to keep you anonymous, hide your display name during gameplay. And also, this is interesting, a hidden and randomized matchmaking delay will be implemented as an opt-in feature to further prevent the act of stream sniping. So what viewers will do is they'll see Dr. Disrespect, he just died, he's at the main menu, you'll see him click on BR solos and start queuing for a game. And so what someone will do is they'll click at the same time and try to get in that lobby with them. So what this will do is if you opt into this, a streamer can click solos and it may take 10 seconds to start loading them into a game, or maybe it'll take like 2 minutes or something. So it's going to be harder for players to get in a lobby with that streamer and then, follow them around, find where they're at, and stream snipe them. So that's very good to see. I'm glad they're doing that. Another thing they note on the performance impact, they're saying their anti-cheat will have no negative performance impacts, which I'm sure is wrong. It's going to be another software running on your PC. It will give you negative performance, whether it's a lot or a little. There will definitely be a negative performance impact from this. I refuse to believe that. There always is. Then they go on to say kind of what we talked about, how there will be like a software whitelist. So obviously, we had mentioned that a couple weeks ago when we were talking about this. I was like, I feel like there's going to be a lot of false bans from people running some random software, and Activision is going to flag it as like, oh, that may be like a cheat software or something. It's not going to be, and you're going to see people getting banned for stuff like that. Well, basically, they just kind of said there's going to be a whitelist. They're working with a lot of third-party developers, and they're doing testing to prevent such cases from occurring. So it's like OBS, other accessibility software, they say, to prevent people from being wrongfully banned. So again, that's good to see that. And last thing, Activision is aware and looking into the combat the hardware cheat implementations commonly known as Cronus Max or Cronus Zim devices. Server-side analysis and machine learning implementations look to prevent such cheats from being utilized on consoles. Activision has made attempts, this is where it goes south, with first-party hardware manufacturers, Sony and Microsoft, in order to prevent such devices from being used on their consoles. However, it said that PlayStation and Xbox teams have not been entirely cooperative. Cringe. So they don't give a fuck because Cronus controllers aren't necessarily a cheat. It's a cheat for games like Warzone. You can use them for single player just to make things easier. I'm sure you can use them in Red Dead Redemption. I don't know why you would. But if you're a real fucking loser and you're not good enough to kill AI in a single player video game, then get a controller that makes it easier.
I guess, yeah.
But so, of course, PlayStation and Xbox aren't working with them because they don't care. They're not going to work with them. And this, to me, kind of shows that we probably won't see anything in regards to, like, Cronus being detected as a cheat and players being banned for a long, long time, I would imagine. You know, maybe eventually it'll come, but this is obviously not going to be on launch. I wouldn't expect it for a long time if we ever see this at all. So that's a little worrying to me. But
so to me, what it seems like for the controller cheats thing, the Cronus shit, server-side analysis and machine learning implementations look to prevent such cheats from being utilized on consoles. Those two things do not require the participation or help of PlayStation or Xbox, because the server is Warzone, so server-side analysis is Warzone, and machine learning implementation on the server-side data that you get does also not require the participation of these console manufacturers, PlayStation and Xbox. If they are actually going to pursue using AI machine learning shit to analyze data, so they could say, all right, for part of what Ricochet does is for every user who is on a console, or I guess a PC, for every player who's using a controller, we're going to run a script where we analyze server side their aim when using these guns. And if it looks exactly the same as these other 1 million players, then the AI can likely flag that this is a Cronus user and then ban them. None of that would require the participation of PlayStation and Sony, or Xbox, Microsoft and Sony. But will they do it is the important question. And how difficult would that be to do? I don't know how difficult that would be. I mean, I've seen TikTok clips of Cronus on and Cronus off, and the Cronus on looks very artificial and insane and sticky in a way that would not be easy, if ever possible, to replicate by a human.
no.
Even with aim assist on, is just no way. Cronus is so much better. So I feel like it would be pretty easy for a machine learning AI portion of Ricochet to figure that out and start banning these people. Ricochet, of course. However, will they do it? I don't know. Because it said Activision is aware of and looking to combat the hardware cheat implementations.
That means they know there's a lot of Cronus users, but they can't do anything about it, and they're not going to. That's what that lines mean. Oh, we're looking into it. Cool. Are you?
Yeah, exactly. Like the kernel level driver, that is happening, and they've said that. But with the Cronus combating, they said we're looking into it. So it's like, I'm of the position that if they do look into it, if they do start to perform server-side analysis, use AI to do it, then this could help a lot. Will they? I don't know. Probably not. I have no faith in Activision. Even when they explicitly say they're going to do things, I'm still like, maybe, I don't know. But if they say they're looking into it, I don't know. I have very little faith.
Yeah, and that's
honestly.
The thing too is like it can be hard to tell from like kill cams if someone's using a Cronus, because the kill cams in Warzone are already messed up enough as it is. They're not entirely accurate. So some things just look insane, and there are so many times where I'm like, dude, is that guy cheating? But it's I literally don't know if it's a Cronus, if he's legit, if it's the kill cam, what it is. But it just looks so weird. So it's like you can't even tell from the kill cams either if they're using them. But I mean, you can go on YouTube, look at videos. There are a lot of people that use them. They are always sold out everywhere. I guarantee there are far more people using them in Warzone than you and I realize.
Yeah, 100%. Still, this is better than nothing, because I expected there to be nothing that could be done about Cronus. But using AI algorithm shit to look into it, it's pretty smart. And if they do it, I think there might be some fruits for that. But regardless, Ricochet is going to do more good than harm. Almost certainly. So even if they don't do the stop Cronuses right away or ever, well, at least we want to have blatant aim bots and walls. As often, anyway. And that's going to be good. So all in all, interesting stuff. Also, by the way, in the first paragraph, trusted matchmaking pools. Those who are determined to be innocent, well-meaning players are likely to be placed in matchmaking pools separate from suspected cheaters and newer players.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. I read that and then I forgot to put it in there. Oh my God, yeah.
So, is this like, does this mean that they're confirming SBMM is real? Does this mean something different than the current SBMM we have now?
I know.
I'm like shocked they included that in there.
Well,
I think that's fine. I think little shit cans, you can protect them all you want. But hey, look, if you have a 0.8 KD, you should queue with everyone else. If you have a 0.2 KD, fine. You guys can go play in the sandbox together. But like, if you're even remotely decent, it should just be connection-based matchmaking. So I'm fine with it. However, I am surprised that they're like explicitly admitting to SBMM, even though there's no SBMM in large-scale game modes. Right, Activision? Which one is it?
Yeah.
They lie to you.
Well, also, newer players should just be put in lobbies with suspected cheaters, because there are no new players in Warzone. The new players are cheaters that got banned, and it's a new account. No one new is playing Warzone. If you haven't played Warzone yet, you're not gonna play it ever. The new players are fucking cheaters, Activision. You don't have new players. You have cheaters making more accounts.
True.
You dipshits. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's funny. Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's what they meant. That is interesting.
I
don't know.
Is,
yeah. We'll see. So, anyway, whatever. What do we have next here, Tanner?
Next up, last Thursday this was, yeah. So Call of Duty's new RICOCHET anti-cheat has reportedly had some aspects leaked online in certain forums, and certain individuals are trying to reverse engineer it. Activision has not confirmed if the leak is legit, and we are also unable to confirm it. We'll update as we hear more. That's pretty much it. Yeah. So this was going around last Thursday. People were losing their fucking minds. They're like, holy shit, it already got leaked. The anti-cheat's busted. It's not going to work anymore. It's already out there. So like before this happened, I don't think I said this on the podcast, but I had told Raz, I was like, dude, Black Helicopters, I feel like they like release this shit on purpose.
Yeah, you did say it.
So that like cheat companies get access to it and can like try to crack it, and then they can figure out how they get access to it and then fix those issues, hopefully, so that we don't actually have those problems when it's fully released and everything. And you're like, yeah, that actually may be true. Like that really does make sense. And so, sure enough, everyone is losing their mind. They're like, cool, the anti-cheat's not going to work. Warzone's fucking chalked. A day later, Call of Duty made an announcement. They said, update from Team RICOCHET. RICOCHET anti-cheat is in controlled live testing. Before putting it on your PC, we're testing the hell out of it. Don't curse, Activision.
Yeah,
I don't
cringe.
like that. Don't say hell.
Yeah.
Testing includes providing a pre-release version of the driver to select third parties, and then readying server-side upgrades for launch. So they said some other stuff, basically saying, we released an older version to certain parties on purpose so that they could test it for us and then see, I guess, what aspects are bad about it, what can be bypassed probably, I would imagine, so that they can make changes to it. So they came out a day later and was pretty much like, everyone chill out. This was not leaked. We released this ourselves. Now there's two things here. They probably did release it themselves, but also, should we believe them? No, because there's no skill-based matchmaking in large-scale player modes in Call of Duty. It doesn't exist. So they've definitely never lied to us before. I'm sure they're not lying about this. It's not like something would ever get leaked and then they would just flat out deny it and say, no, that's not true at all. That's not the case. So but yeah, actually, in all seriousness, I'm sure this is what they did. They really did release it for testing. That's obvious. And yeah, so I don't think there's anything to worry about there. Like you just said, and we've said a million times, regardless of how well this anti-cheat performs, there will be far less cheaters. I mean, there will be 50% plus less cheaters, without a doubt in my mind. Well, you'll still see them. You'll still complain about them every once in a while. Just the number of them will be a lot less than what we have right now, certainly.
Yeah.
Also, good players get fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I believe it. I don't know if I believe it either, honestly, but it could be true. I'm inclined to believe it is true. However, all of this is to say, I don't know enough about I don't know what a kernel level driver means. I know that it sniffs my kernels, and that's what I want to happen. I want my kernels sniffed, and I want that to happen. So I know that is what it is. But what are my kernels? I don't know. I have no idea. I just know that this is the best. I think I know that this is the best type of anti-cheat you could hope for. And based on what I know about that, where it looks at all the programs running on your computer to see if any of them are doing anything to Warzone, how the fuck are you going to get around that? Like, what could you do? I don't really know. But also, again, like we had talked about last time, even if they do figure out a way to get around RICOCHET, then, then it's not like they're going to just release the program and then never do anything to it again. Like, they're going to be updating RICOCHET constantly. And then the cheaters are going to be trying to get around it constantly. And it's going to be a cat and mouse game. But that is going to be way better than there being massive ban waves and then no ban wave for 2 months and then cheaters just raping you and then another massive ban wave based on manual reports only. So even if it is able to be bypassed for some length of time, it's not like they're never going to update RICOCHET. It's not like they're not going to know these vulnerabilities. It's not like Activision does not have an account on every single one of these cheater forums where they talk about this shit. They're going to know what's going on, and they will get around it, but they will have the ability to patch RICOCHET to close up those vulnerabilities, and the new ones will be found, and that'll go on forever, that dumb pinball game. But this is still, even if that's true, which I think it is, going to be way better than not having any anti-cheat at all.
Yeah.
So.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, last item here. This is an announcement from Activision Blizzard regarding all of the legal trouble they've been in recently, of course.
Oh no.
So this is a quote from, I don't know who this is from. Charlie Intel posted this. I don't know where they got this article though. They didn't like link it or anything or source it, so I'm not sure what. But this is from Activision. So they said, first, I wanted to give you a sense of the work we've been doing to investigate the claims and concerns raised by members of our team. Nothing is more important. I guess this is right from Bobby Kotick. Nothing is more important to me and the entirety of Activision Blizzard, making sure everyone feels safe and equal in this workplace. There's no place for harassment, discrimination, or retaliation in this company. In recent months, we've received an increase in reports through various reporting channels. people are bringing to light concerns ranging from years ago to the present. We welcome these reports, and our team has been working to investigate them using a combination of internal and external resources. Based on the information received in the initial report, they are assigned in different categories, blah, blah. In connection with various resolved reports, more than 20 individuals have, quote, exited Activision Blizzard, and more than 20 individuals faced other types of disciplinary action. We look forward... we continue to look for any issues or reports raised through the main channels, blah, blah. That's pretty much it. So apparently they've quote, exited... sounds like a Hillary thing. They've exited someone.
from
Activision Blizzard, of course, meaning they fired them. And more than 20 individuals face other disciplinary action. So I don't know. It's just funny how all this shit starts happening once they start getting sued. It's just typical. It's just typical big corporate companies. They actually don't care about anything. But the second they get sued, they're just, oh, we care so much about this.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. It's also funny, this last paragraph. Second, we have begun work to improve how we address complaints, including the restructuring of 2 teams. Ethics and compliance and employee relations. Ethics and compliance and employee relations to more efficiently and effectively handle the investigation of complaints. It's just funny to me that there is a job at Activision called Ethics and Compliance Team Manager. What does that person go into work, clock in, and do for 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week?
What
can you possibly do for that job for 40 hours a week?
I think you just go on Google and like search how to be more inclusive, pretty much, and you just read blog posts from moms all day long or something. I don't know. Yeah,
I guess you're just balls deep in Tumblr and Twitter or something. I don't know what that.
They do
mean.
As much work as Ashton, I'm sure.
It's just the obvious point is that, hey, if your employee needs to be told to not rape their underlings, then this team was not going to save them anyway. Hey, I've never raped anyone before. I didn't need an ethics and compliance committee meeting to learn that that's not a cool thing to do to other people. And it's just cute that this is how corporate America works, because Activision is not the only one. Every big company has, like an HR department, I understand the need for that, because there are complaints, you have to go through channels, blah, blah, blah. But an ethics and compliance team? What the fuck do you do? Like, I don't even know what that means. I don't know what you do there.
It really
you can
is
write
crazy.
like an ethics and compliance statement and put that in your articles of incorporation or on your website. Fine. But having a team, what the fuck do you do? I mean, are they like philosophy PhDs looking into fucking deontology and utilitarianism and virtue ethics or something? Of course they're not. So what the fuck are they doing? It's just so weird to me.
I mean, yeah, it's probably a California mandate that they have to have this ethics and compliance team, dude. Actually, Newsom's probably going to send the National Guard to our addresses because we don't have a ethics and compliance team hired underneath us.
True,
and he's going to have us gunned down in the street by the California
Maybe
National
if we
Guard.
make one, we won't have to pay the franchise tax board $500 United States every year.
Yeah, maybe. Fuck the franchise tax board of California.
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
Yeah. You could. Hey, Tanner, I'm offering you a promotion. You're now the team lead of the ethics and compliance team at the Dropshot LLC, dude.
Let's go, dude.
Holy shit, man. Congratulations.
Thanks, dude.
What a joke. Anyways, I don't blame Activision for doing any of this. I mean, it's probably good if you're firing people who are raping women. I mean, I'm on board with that. It's just odd to me that there were 40 people who needed disciplinary action that up until this point, no one figured that out. Find that unlikely, gonna be honest. But, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's amusing. And this is not the end of the Activision legal... This is not the end of the Activision versus the state of California legal saga. Let's just put it that way. There will be a lot more chapters in this.
This will be on. We'll be hearing about this for years from now.
Oh yeah,
there will always be stuff about it. Yeah.
Yeah, there may be a settlement in 2050.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe.
And then by then they'll be doing other nefarious things. Probably. Allegedly. It's not alleged, actually. It's just a joke, so don't sue us.
Newsom will probably be president in 2050 and Bobby Kotick will be VP.
It's possible, yeah. Yeah, and then Activision is going to get no bid contracts for the VR software that we run for war games. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Ashton Willis is going to be the Secretary of the United States or something.
Yep.
Some dumb shit.
So, and the wheels keep on turning, dude. The wheels keep on turning. All right, Tanner. Anything else you want to talk about?
Nope.
Cool. Now, boys and girls, it is time for our weekly iTunes review of the week, where we read an iTunes review of the week. I'm picking at random a recent 5-star iTunes review with that's it. Yeah, a 5-star iTunes review. So let me add that if you're listening right now, if you're still with us, it is mandatory that you subscribe to the podcast, obviously, and also rate us 5 stars on iTunes. You don't need to write a review. That's optional. But what's mandatory is you rate us 5 goddamn stars. It's mandatory. We need it. It's very good for the algorithm, the analytics, as it were. So if you want to write a review also, you can, and we may or may not read it on the program like I'm about to right now. This one is from Sliced Ham Change It. The title of this review is both fun and exciting, so he does in fact listen to the podcast. Whether you're a casual or tryhard in Call of Duty, you're going to love what these guys have to offer. Okay, this one, okay. One's a little too nice. They're entertaining, sarcastic, and offer great insight to enhance your Call of Duty. Okay, that's the end of the sentence. They have a great community in their Discord to find people to play with. Again, regardless of what skill level or how much COD you play, I can't emphasize how fun this podcast is. And we, of course, meant emphasize there, but it's fine. Great to listen to during a drive, work, gym, etc.
You don't go to the gym, Sliced Ham, be honest with us.
No, and no one listening goes to the gym. Yeah, that is, of course, true.
You're a slob.
Yeah, I mean, your name is fucking Food. Sliced Ham? Of course you're not at the gym.
Some of the worst sliced meat, too.
Awful. Yeah, ham is shit. Yeah.
Fuck
there
you,
are better
sliced
sliced meats, for sure.
Almost everything, really.
Pastrami.
Turkey.
Turkey, yeah. It's the other one I was thinking
turkey,
of.
Pepper turkey.
Okay.
Thinly
well, chicken
sliced
even.
turkey. Rotisserie turkey.
Chicken. Other birds.
There are some other birds.
Right. There are other birds. Sliced Ham, thank you for the kind words, brother. And thanks for the analytics, you stupid bitch. Boys and girls, that is it. We are done. Patreon.com/thedropshot. 5 bonus episodes a month. For as low as $5 a month. Best way to support the show. We love and appreciate each and every one of our patrons. You guys are what allow us to continue to do this. Once again, patreon.com/thedropshot. If you wanted to support the show, waste your money, do it on Patreon first. It's the best for us and it's the best for you. That's where we offer all of our bonus content. You can go to thedropshot.com to find the link to the Patreon there if you wish. And thedropshot.com is also where you can find links to everything else, including the upcoming merch store that will be on thedropshot.com. It is an internal merch store. That is where it will be found. So make sure you bookmark and make the homepage of your dogshit browser, thedropshot.com. Click on the Patreon link, the YouTube link, the store link. Hey, any fucking link you want to click on, dude, you can just do it. You can just click on all of them. I give you my consent to click on all of the links on thedropshot.com if you make it your homepage. That's it, boys and girls. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. We will see you on Friday for some spooky Halloween zombies Easter egg cracking activities. Have an excellent evening, of course. And as always, remember, stay humble.
Stay humble.